to our Thursday night meditation session. How are you doing? I'll wait a few minutes for people to show up. We have lots to meditate about. Welcome. You can let me know how you're doing as you're showing up. How are you holding up? I see a headline here that says Elon Musk gets what he deserves in court. Takes a little while, but it does happen. So I see that the MAGAs are just creating a bunch of drama. Yeah, it's all about the drama. The drama and the trauma. All right. So that's where we are. We're in they're stirring up drama. They're creating drama. They think they're in a reality TV show. They do. Let's be real. Hey, Alice. They think they're in a reality TV show. Sick of being on Dallas? I don't think I ever watched that show. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, about them just, they think they're in a reality show. They think they're in a reality show and they're playing the fascists. Am I right? And they're trying to get us to believe that we have to put up with this. So what we're doing here tonight is we're doing a guided meditation for a healed America. We do this every single Thursday night. It's kind of adapted from our Grassroots of Democracy meetings where we did this on Tuesday nights. And that was more of like a formal group. But I quit leading Grassroots of Democracy back right before the election. I quit. The website's still there due to lack of interest. Isn't that sad? Yeah, we need to turn the volume of the reality show down, absolutely, and that's right in alignment with what I'm feeling. That's really right in alignment with what I'm feeling, Donnie. That is the message. Do not get sucked in. Let me give you the little signs that you know that you've gotten sucked in, and it happens to all of us. We just have to make sure that it's temporary. The signs that you're getting sucked in to the chaos drama that they're creating are you read a headline and you feel a punch to your gut. Am I right? I know people do have a very hard time finding me because I say too much. And I will continue to say too much. Because with tyranny, you do not submit. So I'm glad that you're here because I know I'm not easy to find. When you feel a punch to the gut, energy is real. And I have to laugh I just laugh. I think it's just silly when people think, oh, the energy's not real. You can feel it. You can feel the energy. When you see a headline, it's designed to terrify you. Don't think that whole debacle with the representative, which just happened a short time ago, getting arrested. Don't think for 1 second that wasn't meant to, because what they're doing is they're looking for clips, they're looking for a little video showing of what they can do. They're trying to freak you the hell out. Yeah, and by the way, yeah, the Sicilians next door are being really loud. They're partying. I don't know. It's a nice night, so I apologize for the noise. I never feel lonely here, believe me. So what I'll do is when we get into the meditation, I'm going to turn the sort of meditative music up real loud. So do you, let's join them. I know, right? I have my fake beer here. I was kind of thirsty. I guarantee you those guys outside have no idea what's going on in our country. That's why we have to work extra hard. I just know. So, keep your eye on the prize. We're all going to keep our eye on the prize. And what is the prize? To get him ousted. And I want, you saw your cardiologist today and you have a heart and it works. Good, Warren. Yeah. You hear them now, they're yelling. I'm used to this. I grew up with this. Believe me. You wonder why I'm loud. I didn't used to be. When I was a kid, I would just be like, oh my God, they need to shut up. Anyway. Let's think about this. We're going to do a meditation. We are going to focus on our military. Okay? We are going to focus on sending them support and love and appreciation and healing. Yeah, they're raising their vibration by partying. That's true. Raising their vibration in more ways than one. So share what's going on if you want to. You're a number according to your crown. I don't really know what's going on with those crowns. I think it's a top fan. You get a purple crown. Oh, sounds good to me. So, do you feel like you need any help with? Maybe I'll offer something with. That's why I have the Off the Ledge series. Because if you're on the ledge and you feel like you want to jump, I'm going to talk you off of it. Okay? They need you afraid. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't feel like a punch to the gut to me. It absolutely does. But I'm going to show you something real quick. I noticed this. I had mentioned that they're doing a reenactment of the Battle of Bunker Hill, but they're doing it here instead of doing it in Boston. I think it was Charleston where it actually happened, which is right in that vicinity. They're doing the reenactment of the Battle of Bunker Hill here in Gloucester, Mass. From the location that I do videos, I do my pop-up videos in the summer from there. It's like one of my favorite spots to do videos. So I was driving back after doing my pop-up today, and they have a whole bunch. I just took a picture of one or two. They have pictures of soldiers that fought in the Revolutionary War all along the boulevard. See, this is a boulevard. There's the ocean there. There's a whole bunch of them. I'll read you about Daniel Shays. Born in 1747, died in 1825. The son of Irish immigrants, Daniel Shays was a farmer from Shutesbury, Mass., who fought bravely at the Battle of Bunker Hill and later at the Battle of Saratoga, rising to the rank of captain. Shays was handpicked by General George Washington to command the guard for John Andre, British officer and spy. Shay was present at Andre's execution. After the war, disillusioned by economic hardship and government inaction, he led a protest now known as Shay's Rebellion. In 1786, rallying fellow veterans and farmers against debt and injustice in post-revolutionary Massachusetts, he was sentenced to death in absentia, but later pardoned by the Massachusetts government. So he was sentenced to death, but he didn't get executed. He lived out his days on a small pension for his Revolutionary War service. Let's think about the founding of our nation. Let's rally that energy, all right? And I'll be bringing you more of that type of thing in the near future. We're going to be thinking about our military during our meditation. We're going to be thinking about raising up the vibration of our country right now and abolishing fear. All right? I heard a pretty good interview with, what's his name? Rahm Emanuel, who worked in the Obama administration. I think it was Brian Tyler Cohen. Remember Rahm Emanuel? I think that's his first name. Really good, and he was talking about how upsetting it is and here's my take on where we are. I feel like because we're really in the energy of the 250 years since the founding of our nation, that we will be more fired up than ever. Yeah, Rahm Emanuel. He worked on the Obama administration. I forget what his title was. I think that we can flip this, and rather than going, this is really important. I feel like this is really important. Rather than going into, oh, it's the 250th year anniversary of the founding of our nation. Oh, it's too bad that we're heading into authoritarianism. Oh, we're turning into fascism. Screw that. Oh, it's the 250th year anniversary of the founding of our nation. We have got to make sure we rise up and we save our democracy and we find the revolutionary soldier within, because this is our country. This isn't Donald Trump's country. He works for the enemy. He's a treasonous traitor. And back in the 1700s, the 1800s, he would have been sent to the guillotine. Off with his head. We are taking our country back. Everything that came out of his damn mouth. Save America. Make America great again. All that crap. Using our American flag, our sacred flag, and denigrating it and putting his name on it in gold letters and selling our country. No, this is the 250th year anniversary of the founding of our nation, and that gets us fired up, not resigned. I'm telling you, I'm going to take a picture of every one of these revolutionary soldiers that's on the boulevard here where I live right now. I'm going to put their stories up on my post page, because we are being called to be the revolutionary soldiers. We need that spirit. This is not a time to be wimpy. This is not a time to be, and I'm speaking to myself too, this is not a time for us to be like, oh gee, I wonder what's going to happen. Can we just cut that shit out? Can we just cut that out? Because this is an existential crisis we are in. Humanity cannot survive this. The whole of humanity. So we meditate, we visualize, we activate, we communicate, and we never stop. We never stop. Okay? Excellent. I'm so glad that you're here. It's time for us to go into our meditation. Make sure that you're in a comfortable place where you will not be disturbed. It's really important. Even the world is joining, so I really encourage you all to only watch the good news. Hit not interested if it makes you feel like you have a punch to the gut. All right? We're going into meditation now. I like to start right at 15 minutes. So close your eyes. Take a long, slow, deep breath. And that next breath, long, slow, deep breath. Hold it for as long as you can. And a longer exhalation. We'll go right into the meditation. After 15 minutes, we'll just wind down, and you can keep meditating afterwards if you wish. Give your body permission to settle down and to relax. Tell your body that you're more useful when you're calm. Make that next breath as deep as you can. Hold it as long as you can. And then make that exhalation longer than the inhalation. And let's do that again. Inhale as deeply as you can. Hold the breath as long as you can. And make the exhalation longer than the inhalation. And once again, a long, slow, deep breath in. And hold it as long as you can. And a longer breath out. And as you settle into a peacefulness, send out the thought, the vibration of the thought, I send you peace. And let's think about all the people who are being traumatized by the cruelty, by the agitation, by the evil. Let's think about all the people that are afraid. And imagine yourself sending out this vibration as you think, and you can even say out loud if you want, I send you peace. And collectively, we send you peace. Think about the people who have been protesting, who have been harassed, who continue to be harassed. And imagine whatever it looks like to you in your imagination. Imagine that peaceful vibration being sent there. You don't have to know exactly where it's needed. Just, I send you peace. There's no need to know exactly where to send it. Just the intention sends it where it's needed. I send you peace. And imagine with me, here on this date of June 12th, 2025, that our National Guard and Marines and Army, who have been asked to do things that violate the oath that they took to defend and protect the United States of America from all enemies, foreign and domestic, and to defend and protect our United States Constitution. Imagine all members of our military that took that oath, that are being used by this fascist Trump, who doesn't care about them. I send you peace. All of our military, we send you peace. as we send peace to all the members of our military that are being asked and pressured to do things that they were not needed for or trained for, let's send a sense of permission, of granting permission for them to listen to their own inner voice that took that oath. Sense the members of our military, especially those who are really very much there in a mindset of this is not the oath that I took. Send them support, whatever that feels like, whatever that looks like. You can imagine yourself when you felt like you really wanted to support a friend, someone you loved. Let's send that same energy to those soldiers, those public servants. Send a feeling of support. Send a feeling of grace and permission to do the right thing, to honor the oath that they took, to not lash out, to protect and defend. And imagine all the calls coming from this fascist regime to go out and attack innocent people. Imagine that those words are empty and those words stop being effective, even any way that they may have been programmed or pressured, is overridden by a sense of wanting to do the right thing, and all commands to commit violence, to rough people up, to kidnap them, to deport them, to be abrasive, to be violent, to be attacking, all those commands just fall flat as if nothing was ever said, just have no power at all. Imagine the words that were coming, that are coming from this fascist regime fall flat. Imagine all members of our military feeling like, screw this, we're not doing this. This is not what we signed up to do. These are our brethren. These are our brothers and sisters. We do not go after our brothers and sisters for existing. We do not go after our fellow Americans for expressing themselves. We do not do this. We rebel. Feel the energy of our military. The largest percentage possible of our military saying enough. Enough. We refuse to answer to a king. Enough. We are rising up as the United States military, the Americans that we are rising up to defend the oath that we took, to defend our Constitution, to protect the people, to protect democracy. Feel the energy of all those in the military who choose to do the right thing, overriding this chaos, overriding all these illegal acts by this criminal administration, understanding that their mission is to protect themselves too. for they too could be held accountable for not upholding their oaths. And now begin to feel like a wave in the ocean. Begin to feel a wave of energy coming over all those in this entire country who are under the duress, the pressure from evil leaders who want them to do despicable things like attack people. Imagine all those in our military refusing to answer the call of fascism. See them refusing. See them turning away from this administration. And most of all, imagine our military doing an about face. Imagine them returning to their posts. And imagine all soldiers in our military, every single one who knows this is wrong, and those who aren't sure, but are being reminded to do the right thing. They have turned around and they are rebelling against the fascist regime that they were never meant to take orders from and to listen to. Quite to the contrary. And imagine thousands of members of our military like a meme that's gone viral saying no. Imagine the members of our military who have been coerced into being part of the military parade saying no. Imagine them realizing how much of the American population is vehemently rejecting this parade. Imagine members of our military saying no. This does not uphold their oath that they took to defend and protect the United States of America. Imagine members of our military, a huge percentage of them, saying no to fascism, remembering the elders and the ancestors before who gave their lives to defeat fascism. The voices of our elders, our ancestors from wars in the past, from World War I and World War II especially, influencing our military now. Just say no. And imagine the complete failure of Donald Trump and his regime. Imagine an end to this nightmare and this horror, this violence, this thuggery, this bullying, this arresting people for being American Democrats. Imagine, feel it all being rejected. Imagine now all our federal judges and prosecutors and all those who are working diligently all members of our Congress who are working so hard to defend and protect our country, to protect us from fascism, being greatly empowered. And now see a celebration. See a celebration that is so huge. See the American people dancing in the streets. See us liberated from Vladimir Putin, from the Kremlin, from this stupid regime now. We are better than this, and we are all revolting. And we have won. No more violence, no more kidnapping and deporting, no more terrorizing, and all those who have been inflicting so much harm and who plan to inflict more harm on we the people are arrested and tried and held accountable. And we accept nothing less than this. We feel it and know it is so, for the highest good of all and for the preservation of life here on earth, for the entire world. It is done. I'll begin to count up from 5 to 1. If you wish to continue meditating, you may do so, and I'll just end at the count of 1. 5, 4, 3, 2. Remembering you can do this meditation many times after we finish. And 1, if you wish to awaken, you can awaken, or you can continue to meditate. And namaste.